Well, guys, every once in a while, and I do mean once in a while, when one door closes, another door opens. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your favorite mask collector's favorite mask collector, AJ Good, here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day. And in today's video, we are unboxing a very special mask. Why is it special? Well, it's special for a multitude of reasons. Number one, it's a vintage Don Post piece. Number two, it's a very well-known Buckethead piece. Number three, it's extremely rare. And number four, and probably the most important reason at all, is because this is one of the only masks that I've noticed so far that did not survive the move. Yes, there have been a couple of casualties from the move, which was to be expected, but I was extremely sad when I started unpacking Buckethead boxes and I found this guy just completely dead. Actually, let me go grab the original and show you just what sort of state it's in.
A few moments later.
All right, now before I show you this thing, I want you to keep in mind that when I started the move and I packed up Buckethead land, this thing was still in pretty good shape. Like, I had planned on getting it out here and eventually getting it over to Paleface & Co. to have it foam filled because it was still in good enough shape. I could see that the latex was starting to discolor, but there was no sagging, there were no cracks, nothing like that. This happened literally over the span of a few weeks in a box, and when I pulled this thing out, I could not believe it. It is still tagged. That's how good a shape this mask was in and how good it was taken care of. But now, this is the mask. I mean, what are we talking about? That doesn't even look real. This looks like the fish that was going to kick SpongeBob's butt.
I like to kick people's butts.
It just does not seem like it should be like this at all. I was so surprised when I pulled this thing out of the box and this is what we had, and it has gotten progressively worse since I took it out of the box, but it's still pretty unbelievable that it could go from looking the way that it did to looking the way that it does here. It sticks to everything that it touches. It's just collecting hair and stuff from around the church. I don't know, but it is still tagged. So, in today's unboxing, we have a brand new copy. And by brand new, I mean these things are from the early 90s, but I found one that is in really good shape. And how I did that, I don't even know. When I pulled the old rotting copy out of the box and I realized that it was a goner, I started scouring the groups, scouring the internet, asking anybody that I could that might have a lead. I was hitting up Mike Covert. I was hitting up Joshua Warren from Vintage Don Post Studios. I was hitting up Rudy. I was hitting up all of these old school Don Post collectors, and nobody had a lead. Joshua Warren came the closest. He found somebody that used to have one that sold it, and then that copy got sold to someone else, and then somehow I stumbled across the person that bought that one, and then I saw that they sold it to someone else. So I hit up that someone else thinking there's no possible way that they're still going to have this piece, and if they do, they're not going to want to sell it. But lo and behold, I hit up Horror Haven 13 over on Instagram, and he was like, you know what? You've got something I want, let's work out a trade, and that we did. So, in today's video, we are showing you guys my mint copy of the Don Post wired mask, and I will give you guys the first look at it. I haven't even seen a photo of it since the one that he posted when he first got this thing, so I'll give you guys this nice overall look at it before I take a look for myself. And yeah, dude, this thing is in perfect shape. The latex feels brand new. There is nothing sticky, nothing cracky. This one's honestly way nicer than my copy when I first got it. The paint on this is crazy. There's all these kind of blue undertones in the cracks. I don't know if you guys can see that. Excuse me. But yeah, dude, this thing is absolutely primo. Man, I am so happy. I really didn't think that I was going to be able to get one, and to be able to get one that quick and for the deal that I got is pretty unbelievable. So shout out to Horror Haven. I definitely appreciate it. More than you know, there was going to be a massive void in my collection until I was able to track one of these down and get it added back into the collection, because this is one of my favorite Buckethead oddball pieces, but it's also one of his most well-known, because he wore this this for sound checks with Guns N' Roses, so there was obviously a lot more media coverage on Buckethead when he was in Guns N' Roses, because Guns N' Roses is one of the biggest bands of all time. So when he joined, it was kind of like this weird big deal thing, and there were definitely a lot more photos and videos of him being taken. He was in the spotlight a lot more, and this is the mask that he would wear when he would sound check. But outside of it being a Buckethead oddball, it is just a cool piece. I mean, it is obviously just a Hellraiser rip, but it's a really cool one. It's called Wired. Obviously, it's supposed to insinuate that there are wires kind of squeezing through the face, almost like, I don't know, yarn through bread or something. I don't know what a good analogy for that is, but it definitely conveys that well, and I cannot believe how good the paint job is on this. Maybe that will show some of those blue highlights a little better. But yeah, dude, super, super stoked. Again, it's tagged, it's brand freaking new, and I am going to have this thing foam filled immediately. As soon as the church warming party is over, I'm headed straight out to Bishop's, and we are foaming a bunch of stuff. I gotta get my Slipknot Clown Reagan Oddball foam filled. I gotta get the other two Jesters foam filled. I might have another Jester here soon. That will get foam filled. This will get foam filled. I'm just gonna go and start picking pieces that are definitely going to need it over the next few years and just get them knocked out and taken care of, because I am sick of the casualties. I mean, this comes with the territory, but it just goes to show this thing was fine when it was sitting on the shelf, stuffed in a nice climate-controlled room. You put it in a box for a month, 2 months, something like that, and it comes out looking like this. You really have to take care of some of this old stuff, especially these older pieces. Like Don Post was using very, very crappy latex at certain points, and I think that the early 90s was just one of those points. And it's crazy because this one is still perfectly fine, and there's a good chance that whoever had this had it sitting in a box for years and years and years. I can't tell you how many Jesters I've had rot when they have been displayed and in the AC and out of the sunlight and not worn, and then a new one will pop up on eBay that's been in somebody's tote in their garage for 15 years. Very, very strange, but I am thankful nonetheless. So a big thanks to everybody that tried to help me track one down, and a huge thanks to Horror Haven for hooking me up with this. I definitely appreciate it, and I am looking forward to getting this thing foam filled and placed into the Buckethead collection. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shut this video down, and we are going to end it the same way that I end all of the unboxings and reviews, and that is with some nice up-close shots of this piece so that you guys can see all of the beautiful vintage but mint detail. And then I've got to get out of here. It is crunch time. We are 3 days away from the church warming party, and I am definitely not ready at all. And I'm just trying to get as much content shot before that so that I have content while I am recovering from the party, because it is going to be an absolute barn burner. I am very excited, but I know that by the end of this, I'm going to be super exhausted. And the timing is cool because it is spooky season, but I'm also trying to make the most out of spooky season. So I am jamming the content, whether it's unboxings, whether it's Halloween huntings, whether it is whatever we're doing, the weekly Wednesday updates, we've been killing it over there. I'm just trying to do the most, and I think that I'm succeeding, but I still don't feel like I'm doing enough, but I also feel like I'm doing a whole bunch, and yeah, I think that you guys can kind of understand what I'm saying there. So, I am going to go ahead and end this video. I am going to go edit this video. I am going to go upload this video, and then I'm going to get right back to work, okay? Thank you guys very, very much for watching. I appreciate you. Let's get to 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We are currently sitting at like 193 and a half, so we are a little under 7,000 to go. I think that we can do it. I hope that we can do it, but it's not up to me. It's up to you guys. Do all the things that you need to do. Like the video, comment, help it get pushed into the algorithm, share it with your friends, post it in a group, send it to your cat. I don't care what you do as long as you guys are out there doing the work. Just know that I appreciate it, and I love you guys. And until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks, telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to vintage Don Post pieces. And we will see you guys in the next one.